Hello everyone and welcome back to Army Taku Z. You guys already know who I am, but if you are new, then you can call me Zumoshi. And today I'm going to be preparing for a picnic, my very first one. Everyone knows that you cannot have a good picnic without good food. So the first thing I'm going to be making here is an Asian style chicken salad sandwich, which is why you see me cutting up all of these vegetables. All of the recipes I use in this video will be linked in the description box down below for you guys if you want to ever try them at home yourself. They were all pretty good, though I did have to make a few minor adjustments to some of them, which I will point out later on in this video. Right here I'm just adding all of the ingredients for our little carrot mixture. So we got the carrots, onions, garlic, ginger, and celery. I threw it in the food processor, and then we're gonna mix that with the shredded chicken that I'm shredding right now. While I didn't stray too far from the original recipe, I would highly recommend making some adjustments if you ever do decide to make this recipe at home for yourself. I would highly recommend adding some more soy sauce, a little bit more vinegar, and some powdered ginger seasoning if you have any. I can't tell you how much more to add, just season to taste. It'll be alright, guys. Once you've mixed everything together, it should look something like this. And since I wasn't planning to make the actual sandwiches themselves until the day of the picnic, I'm just covering the bowl in some clear wrap to store in the fridge. The next thing I'm making here are some lemon scones. While they did turn out pretty good, if you're a sweet tooth like me, then you might want to consider adding extra sugar, anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 cup. Also consider adding some lemon extract, well, extra lemon extract, because there wasn't enough in here for me. I could hardly taste the lemon flavor in the scones themselves. But don't let that scare you from trying the recipe, okay? If you guys ever try a recipe and you don't like the way it turns out, then just modify it to your taste, you know? That's all you gotta do. After kneading the dough, I just flattened it out with my hand. This dough was very soft, so you don't have to use a rolling pin. Afterwards, I just cut out the dough into triangle-shaped pieces for the scones and placed them on a baking sheet. Once you've done that, they should look something like this, and after you've baked them, they should look something like this. Our last, but definitely not least step, is the icing on the scones. To make the icing, all you have to do is throw together some powdered sugar, lemon juice, and vanilla extract. Word of advice though, my icing was too runny, so to thicken that up, just add more powdered sugar. And for decoration, I just sprinkled the scones with some regular sugar. The next thing we're making here will be Victorian sponge cake, or Victoria sponge cake. Either way, I think this was the easiest food item that I made for the picnic. After creaming together the butter and sugar, just add your flour and baking powder mix. And after you've mixed that, just add your egg, milk, and vanilla extract mixture and mix that together. I think that's everything I added in there, but don't quote me. The recipe's in the description. Once you've done all of that, you should get this fluffy looking cake batter. One thing I did want to point out for this recipe is that I didn't follow it exactly as is listed in the description, simply because that recipe calls for like how to make 2 full-sized sponge cakes. I didn't want to use that much, so all of the listed ingredients that are measured, I cut all of those in half. So if you guys have any questions about exactly how much of what I used for this recipe specifically, then just let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to tell you guys. While you can make a traditional sponge cake with this recipe, I figured I would cut it up and I guess layer it in these clear cups for the picnic, as it would be cuter in my opinion. So all I did was layer the sponge cake with raspberry jam, strawberries, and whipped cream in that order. I just repeated that until the cup got full, and boom, you have like a layered sponge cake parfait type of dessert. And with that, it is finally the day of the picnic, so I am dressing our sandwiches. I toasted all of the bread and added mayo to one side of it. After that, I just included our chicken salad filling and some lettuce.
you.